Well, I'm here today with Doris Gibbons in her office of American Family Insurance here in Harrison, Ohio. And Doris, you know what? I just stopped in. I was in the vicinity.
I love it, Ruth. Thank you for stopping in. I love getting to see your smile.
Thanks. And you insured me when I first moved my my family and my homestead to Ohio.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of thinking. I know you always talk about, you recommend like a checkup, you
Sure.
know. So how often should I do that? What does that mean?
Well, thank you for asking, Ruth. So we usually want to do an annual checkup so that if you haven't done your inventory of all the things in your home, that we can do that together. Because if we were to, heavens forbid, have a fire, and tomorrow I said, Ruth, I know you've been in that kitchen how many times this past year, and you've opened drawers and cabinets. Now sit down, and I'm not going to leave until you tell me every single thing that was in every drawer and every cabinet, so I can write that down for you. Even if we stayed days, it's just not humanly possible for us to remember everything that was there, as well as we're already enduring the claim, right? So that's a stressful time. So I do like to come out to people's home or business, and I like to do an inventory with them so that we have something digital, so that heavens forbid something happens negative to our home or our business, that we have an inventory that we can together work with the adjuster to make sure we get a replacement cost on each item. Some items we don't use but once a year at Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever the case may be. But even though I don't pull that platter out but twice a year, maybe, I still want to replace it. I still own that. I still want someone to give me a check for that so I can go get it new. So definitely a review to make sure your inventory is up to date. And of course, I'm lucky enough that I get to see and talk to you on occasion. So most of the things as far as pets and what's on your property, I have a good understanding of. But sometimes people will purchase a horse, or they will get something like a trampoline or a pool, which we insure all of that, but we need to know those things. So I like to meet with someone every year or every other year at the latest to make sure all that stuff is documented and properly covered.
So it's not only just kind of reviewing what you've got, but it's like, well, did you make a major purchase? Did you buy something new? Did you buy a pool?
Correct.
And see, my personal tendency, and I bet you hear this often, is, oh yeah, I bought a pool a couple of years ago, but I thought that was covered under the policy.
I hear that all the time.
I would say that.
People will build this beautiful pole barn and they will just assume that it's just automatically covered without giving us any notice at all. And if your replacement cost on your dwelling and on your other structures is X amount, and you start adding things that could be another $25,000 or more, then you definitely need to let your agent know that so that you can be covered for all those things, whether it's a nice little shed or the pole barn or any of those products.
Right. Well, that's something I learned today, because I would just always make the assumption that whatever I bought was covered with the policy that I had.
Gotcha.
So it's not always that case.
No, and I've got some people that will actually kindly send me an annual list of their new jewelry that maybe their parent or their spouse bought them. And of course, depending on the value of the jewelry, we might need to get that scheduled as a separate rider. And then there's people that get a lot of artwork. And if you're into artwork, that can be quite pricey. And if you've added 3 pieces from when you got back on that cruise from your favorite artist, then we need to make sure that those are properly covered.
Wow, see, and again, I would never think about, especially when you're talking like artwork, it would never occur to me to try to update that or to make you aware that additional artwork was in the house too. So
I appreciate you telling me that. Thank you.
That's a good one. So okay, so we're as soon as the camera goes away, we're going to do my first inventory.
All right.
Do that?
Yeah, we should. Let's do that. I agree.
Let's do that. Okay.
I love it.
Well, thanks for spending a little time with us today. I really appreciate it. And like I said, I feel like I gain a little knowledge about what I should do as a policy holder, what my responsibilities are too. So thank you.
Thank you, Ruth. Always a pleasure.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.